In today's podcast, we brought Lakshya from ShutterDown, who revealed how to make it big in photography today. So we asked a lot of questions from him that were very insightful, like how Lakshya really made from zero to his first 10,000 rupees, how a freelancer can actually begin his journey, and what really separates a 5,000 rupee per day freelancer to a 5 lakh rupee per wedding brand today. How to make it big, how to make a career in photography, how much a premium wedding photographer or a brand or a company can make in a year.
The revenues can range anywhere between 4 CR to 10 CR.
What should be the profitability?
Profit percentages can range anywhere between 20% to 50%.
What is that one thing that you see in a guy and you say that, oh, I'm ready to pay him more than you would pay to your usual freelancer?
We are honestly paying like a crazy amount to our team members.
Do you want to mention?
Not right now. Standard freelancer will be somewhere around 10,000 rupees. If you're good, you can shoot about 60 to 70 days in a year easily. So 2,000 profit or 3,000 profit. I'm talking without zero investment.
How can they make the first 1 lakh? Like how long will it take?
The simple rule is that in your bank, you need to have 4x your fixed costs. You can always rent out things. Don't even need to buy it.
How much can the rental be like?
सब कुछ मिला के 5,000 rupees.
You were featured on Netflix.
Yes.
The big day, right?
Yes.
Was it a strategy or it was just luck?
Consistency.
So do you think AI will give photography jobs in future?
Future means what? So I take
5 years?
5 years at a time.
Yeah.
Not really.
1 hour versus 2 minutes, is it?
Easy.
If you want us to keep bringing such amazing entrepreneurial journeys on this platform, please subscribe to our channel, The Sonika Mata Show today. You started ShutterDown from scratch and you reach a certain stage. You are doing premium photography, wedding photography today. And there are a lot of freelancers in the country who are sort of directionless. So yes, we have a lot of tools. There's a lot of Google information that what they can really do. But when a professional comes in, it changes the whole dialogue because you bring your own experience. And I assume that it's not a very organized sector. There are a lot of talented people, yet they haven't found the foundation. So I think we really want to highlight that today in our podcast, that how to make it big, how to make a career in photography. And there are a lot of parents also who want to know like how their Gen Z child is going to pursue a career like that, because it's not really, it's sort of looked down upon by the serious community in India, serious artist community specifically. So let's start from a journey. Okay.
Yeah.
So when Lakshya started from zero and he made it to his first 10,000 rupees, how was the journey like? And you can actually reflect a lot of key moments that you would want to really talk about.
Okay, so let's start about my first 10,000 rupees.
Yeah.
And because those 10,000 rupees accumulated to become like 60,000 when I bought my first camera. So if you want to become a photographer, don't become a photographer, start loving photos first. That's the end product, right? I also love the how this is composed, and I used to love seeing कि ये पीछे blur क्यों हो रहा है, इसको क्या कहते हैं? And then there was no YouTube, right? So you Google, you say, what is this thing called? Then you realize, okay, this is called depth of field. And then you start researching, but you don't have money to buy a camera.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I started doing gigs.
Okay.
Each gig, I used to get like 3,000 rupees. So 4 gigs a month every Saturday. There was this bar where I used to perform solo.
Okay.
So I used to earn like 10 to 12,000, 9 to 12, because if it's 3.
You used to sing there?
Sing correctly the guitar.
Okay, okay.
And sometimes I used to sing Gulabi Ankhe,
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So it was like that. Okay. And then obviously every month you end up, and this is a time when I was preparing for CAT.
Okay.
Okay. So I was in a college band. Then I completed my college, did not take a placement because I just thought I'll just crack CAT, get into one of the IIMs, which I did not. And then, live a comfortable life, corporate. At that time, it looked like a comfortable corporate life, which is it's not.
Yeah.
Nowadays, not how it is.
Yeah.
But obviously, you think that, start earning big money. You see in news that how I did 1 CR ki placement lag gaya kisi ki and everything. So obviously, your aspirations were to do something big.
Yeah.
But that was the only path that I could see.
Right.
But when I started earning money with my gigs, it was more like, okay, I'm going for my B school. So let's start, while preparing for CAT, let's start earning pocket money as well. Let's start saving up for pocket money. So actually that was the thought. And also if I save it sufficiently well, then I can buy a camera. So after 1 year, I had sufficient savings. I bought my first camera. And when I bought it, I just loved it so much.
Yeah.
I started shooting everything from ant to leaves to people to streets, went to every single street. Photography is such a place where there are photography schools, but nobody goes to them, or very few people go to them. So you end up learning a lot, seeing things, experiencing things, shooting a lot. I used to shoot like every day. People used to make fun of me. This guy is like a weirdo who carries his camera all the time. So I was that one weird guy who had this camera every single place and just keep shooting everything.
I sort of relate with it because I think when you're creative, you don't need rules. And there was no rule in photography. So I think that's why you really enjoyed it thoroughly, right?
Then it is, I don't give a damn about what people say. It was never a career thing. It was purely like, it's a passion. I love taking photos. I had no idea how light works, how, what directional light is, and taking whatever I'm liking, and they turn out to be decent photos. Okay. Now, then I get into this pretty good B school in Chennai. Called Great Lakes. Typical Indian life where you do your graduation, do your B school, you're like complete your.
And the camera followed you there?
The camera followed me there. Yes.
Okay,
So
great.
obviously went to Chennai with my camera, started taking photos of every single person in the college. I was doing every event. I was the official photographer of every single event happening in the college.
Amazing.
So again, it was more like an obsession at that time. So during that process, my sister got married. In not that process, during those 2 years of school, my first year, my sister got married. And again, me being the guy, I didn't plan. I didn't help my sister in my sister wedding one bit, but I ensured I'll take great photos. Okay. So
And she was sure that you did do a good job.
at that time there was nothing called a wedding photographer. They actually one studio parents used to call 3 days before कि हाँ आप आ जाओ मेरा शादी है.
Right.
तो ऐसा होता था. So जो स्टूडियो वाले अपने काम कर रहे थे ऐसे अपने इवेंट पोस्ट करवा रहे थे. And then I took some shots and put it on my page.
Yeah.
And I won't say it went viral, but people did notice. My seniors from my college noticed it. And she said, okay, let's shoot our wedding. And that was the first time I charged someone.
Okay.
So I don't remember, but it was a very low amount.
Yeah.
Okay. It was a very less amount. I didn't remember. It was so low.
Honestly, I remember my first salary was 16,000. I'm pretty sure.
A bit close to that. Okay, we were somewhat close to that.
It's okay to reveal it. Yeah.
So for 2 days or maybe 3 days,
Yeah.
including so at that time pre-wedding shoots were not a thing. Okay. So I'm talking 2011 or 12 right now.
Yeah.
Wedding shoots never existed back then. So Pinterest also, I think, was just starting up.
Okay.
I started researching on Pinterest on what all can I do, and then I realized USA means there's something called an engagement shoot, which you get it done. It's not called a pre-wedding shoot. Okay.
Okay.
Then I told her that okay, we are studying in Chennai. We have Pondicherry, not Pondicherry at that time. I was Kovalam Beach, or there was one beach which was very pretty next to our college. So I took her. I told them that let's go to the beach and we'll do your pre-wedding shoot. At that time, there was nothing called a pre-wedding shoot. Okay. And they got excited. Okay, let's get a photo shoot done next to the beach.
Did you really use that term back then?
Yes. So
You did? Okay.
So, yeah. So that I'll tell you how the word pre-wedding shoot came into existence. So there's nothing called a pre-wedding shoot. There was wedding shoot called couple shoot before the wedding or something.
Yeah.
There was no term like pre-wedding shoot.
Right.
Term at that time. So I took them to the beach. Rather, I didn't have the right camera and gears. So I told them that, guys, listen, I want to do a great shoot. Can you do me a favor? Can you rent out this camera and get it for me?
Yeah.
They actually got the camera. My client, got the camera for me.
Amazing.
And then I shot that pre-wedding on the beach. Turned out to be really good. That was actually one of the turning points of my career because and at that time it was not even a career. It was just something that I was liking.
You were pursuing as a passion.
No, that when I posted on my Facebook at that time, I got a call from Times of India.
Oh,
that you're doing this thing about new trends coming up in weddings. You seem to be a legit wedding photographer. We loved your photos. Can we use them? Can we use them for an article, and can we take your statement as whatever, what do you call it? Take your byline as well, And they're like, wow. And I didn't know how to react to that. And then I said, yeah, let's do it. So I got, so I'm not even started my career, and your article gets published in Times of India.
Yeah.
That the news.
It's a big deal, honestly.
Yeah.
Back then,
I was
especially.
22. I didn't even know if this is my career, but I got really excited about
Yeah.
it. Now, okay, not that that article came and career blew up. It was not like that, but it started giving a legitimacy to what I'm doing. Okay. And then I realized, okay, let's actually consider this as a career.
Yeah.
Because, and then I started getting leads, like big leads.
Okay.
Leads, matlab, call senior, getting married. Let's say, are you available? Going to shoot my wedding. There's great food.
First ones from your circle.
First one's the immediate
circle.
Immediate circle. I just did a few projects and I'm like, okay. And I could see leads coming in for the next year.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I felt that, okay, it's not a bad idea because I already have wedding for the next year. It will be sufficient for me to run my life.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I do have a backup of a sabbatical placement. Now I backed out, started working towards it, and then there was no looking back.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's exactly how the journey was.
Let's talk about this kid who's 25-year-old and wants to start the career now. Okay. Will you be able to guide us how he can take his career where he earns his 1 lakh rupee?
I think right now, with one very fast changing bit, first of all, you need to make it AI proof at least for 10 years or 15 years. That's very, very important. I see a lot of things in photography becoming obsolete in 3 years. So by the time you learn, it'll be obsolete.
Okay.
So that is very important in today's time. Like if you want a hardcore real advice, is that find something in photography that is AI proof.
What do you mean by AI proof? As a layman, I don't understand.
AI proof? I don't, like AI, it's a AI won't take up your job. Right?
Okay. Got it.
So, for example, AI is actually doing product photography for you these days.
Right.
So, AI is actually changed. Now, I saw this one AI where you shoot the model in one outfit and you have all outfits lined up, and you can actually change your videos also with outfits. So, I think what as a photographer or a filmmaker, you need to see that will AI kick up your job in most categories? Because end of the day, it's a career. Right?
Yeah.
You're going to be your bread and butter. Also, it's very important for you to actually see the commercial part of it. What is the end goal in wedding photography? What is the end goal? I had these two options in wedding photography where I could become a freelancer or start your own company. Starting your own company means a lot of fixed costs. Being a freelancer means I don't want to shoot, I don't earn, I can check. So, so it's a thing that you need to basically figure out what kind of a life you want. Do you want more responsibility by becoming an entrepreneur?
Yeah.
Because starting ShutterDown means now we have like say 35 people, we paying salaries for 35 people. Their lives are dependent on us. So it's a responsibility.
Yeah.
Do you want to take up that responsibility?
If there's a 25-year-old who wants to start now, okay, and he has understood that wedding is my thing,
Okay,
and he has a basic DSLR, I really want to know from you what should be step 1, 2, 3 for him to actually reach that 1 lakh benchmark.
Try to start shooting with someone right now. Maybe start freelancing with someone. Try to get as much work as possible. Don't think about money in the first 2 years. You want to gain experience. So first 2 years, just start shooting. Do whatever it takes to shoot as much as possible. Start working with like-minded people instead of going for the glory. Because you want to learn in the process also.
Yeah.
So maybe join companies which have a more liberal approach. That will be number 2. Number 3, if you are doing your own projects also, it's a responsibility. So please take them seriously. Don't just do it for fun. Don't do it for, see, when a client pays you, you don't do it for yourself, you do it for them. It's a simple rule. If a client has paid you money, then you're not doing it for your portfolio.
Yeah.
You're doing it for their wedding.
Is there a smart way to also make your own clients? For example, this guy is a freelancer. He doesn't have any other contacts now. So I know that you started your career and you got discovered because you were already there on some platform. They saw your work and then one thing led to the other. So if you have to guide in today's time, because the times have also changed, there's a lot out there. How does he make this mark where he can actually stand out and be able to approach a person that let me do your wedding?
Understood. See, first step, learn.
Yeah.
Learn. You can quickly learn. Obviously, you have now so many resources. You have YouTube, you have everything. But it's good to work with a few companies to understand. See, it's a great, you learn. See, it took me 2 years to understand how the Flash works.
Okay. Yeah.
Because there were no resources.
Yeah.
There were no resources. There was no YouTube to tell me. And suddenly, it's so embarrassing that, to ask someone that, okay, how to fire Flash.
Okay.
So, you're already shooting a wedding, but you don't know how to use the Flash, right? So, those things you learn instantly, right? If you shoot for 2 years with multiple photography companies or maybe 1 or 2 companies, even if you're doing light, if you're assisting someone with light also, just okay. So when you work now, अपनी शर्म उतार के काम करते हैं.
हाँ.
Even now, I give light. I have become a light man when it's required.
Yeah.
Light is the most crucial part in wedding, in photography, right? So अपनी शर्म उतार के, then you work. You get in the field when you're working, right? So you want to give light. You just do anything to learn as much as you can, right? When you feel that you've learned after a year or 2, that's when you be shameless again. Tell all your family members that you're doing this. If someone wants to push yourself,
Yeah.
see, it's shameless to be in business, okay?
Yeah.
It's okay to undress yourself
Yeah.
and tell them, okay, I'm available, take me.
Right.
When you're starting off, you're not choosing. You're doing whatever you're getting and doing as much as you can, right? Because the more you do, the more different clients you get, the better you become. People will consider you. Otherwise, there are so many options. You know what? Equipment's my least priority right now.
Okay.
Because you can always rent out things. Don't even need to buy.
Yeah.
Don't buy. Just like
How much can the rental be like?
सब कुछ मिला के 5,000 rupees.
Okay.
Now, yeah. Including all your extra lights and everything, 5,000 rupees per day. You get a decent
One camera, right?
one camera, few lenses, few lights that will help you do things, and you're a ready freelancer then.
Okay.
You charge even 7,000 rupees to start with. I'm not saying.
yeah.
See, I'm not saying that keep your prices low. I want everyone to grow. I would say initially, till the time you're learning, just get the rental only.
Okay.
See, when you go to a school, you pay for the school fees, right? So it's as simple as that. This is your school fees.
Yeah.
You didn't go to any photography school. You're going to learn on this job. So take this as a school fee or a college fee and just do for learning.
That's a great perspective.
Right.
You look at
So
it.
for take it as a course, right? So take it as a course. At 2 years, you're going to rent out cameras. You're not going to buy anything, and then just work as much as you can to learn. Once you've learned enough, then maybe start. I would still say keep renting it out till the time you have enough work that you buy more cameras. Then you start buying camera. Then you start exploring at the same time. While you're freelancing also, you can always explore, take your own projects if possible. Deliver those projects with absolute amaze or just make your clients go bonkers.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's believed.
Yeah.
There's like a general belief that all the freelancer photographers are usually broke. That's somehow, whenever we've had discussions, it has come across like that, at least in my limited resource or my limited circle. So I would want you to guide them that there is a point where how do they take up freelance jobs also? So do they build their portfolio for absolutely free of cost, or when do they draw a line that no, we have to pay, we have to get paid for project?
It's again your price, how you price yourself. That's the question, right?
Yeah, right.
Your price is based on the demand you have.
Okay.
It's as simple. If you're doing a fantastic job, if I get a freelancer who's doing it at a very good rate and doing a phenomenal job, I will book him first thing.
Okay.
Right? It's as simple as that. But if someone is more expensive, then even though it's great, I will go. It's all demand supply, right? If ShutterDown increase the prices, the clients will also say, okay, I've got a cheaper photographer doing the similar kind of job. If I reduce my prices, then they'll say, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
I think so. It's your price is based on your demand. If you feel that let's start as a freelancer journey. If you feel you're getting enough inquiries and your calendar is full, you can increase the price a little bit. Okay, for example, you're charging 7,000, make it 8,000. Okay, at 8,000 also people are loving your work and all the photography companies want to book you, make it 9,000, make it 10,000, make it 15, 20, 25, 30, whatever you want to make it.
Yeah.
If someone needs you, they'll pay for whatever you want. to
Correct.
get. It's as simple. It's a pure dynamics of supply and demand. If you get the right price, if your skills are great, then you can demand whatever you want to do. Okay, so it's as simple as that.
The freelancers are not really broke, huh? I mean,
Oh, no,
not at all.
It's a big misconception.
Yeah.
Few of the freelancers working with me are doing great.
Okay.
They are doing US trips. Yes. US trips, and also they're shooting across the world.
Yeah.
It's a misconception. It's a misnomer. But I'm talking about good freelancers.
Yeah.
The thing is that there are 5% good freelancers and 95% who are just doing.
Yes.
Just
That's why I think that is why we have this assumption or the belief.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because to become a very good freelancer, that means you need to, number one, be great with your commitments.
Right.
You tell me, so one of my biggest turnoffs for people is that they give you they break your commitments. That one of the reasons why I don't like to work with some amazing people is also because if I've told them that, okay, be available on this date, but they're not, then, that's the first red flag.
Yeah.
That you're not fulfilling your commitment. Secondly, if you're doing as per the SOP of that particular company, or या तो खुद ही कर रहे हो अपने आप को जॉब को पसंद आ रहा है,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So if you're following SOPs, if you're doing diligently work, if you're fulfilling your commitments, at the same time you're being a team player,
Yeah.
there are a lot of factors in it. You're a happy person to start with.
Yeah.
I love working with people who keep smiling while they shoot. I hate people who do a great job but they sulk.
Yeah.
So so the thing is, a lot of factors because of which you'll get hired eventually, and same goes for us as a company also. All right. So if we are giving our deliveries on time, if we are keeping our clients happy, if we are being very flexible as a company, if we keep a smile on our face while we're shooting a wedding, they will get us on. It's the same rule that applies to a freelancer. I'm talking purely weddings right now. Again, every industry has their own dynamics.
Yeah. So today, like this 20-year-old has to go and convince their parent that I want to start a career in photography. How do they really convince them? So to convince them, I think there are a few factors that will come into play. For example, how much can a wedding photographer make in a year? What is the benchmark? Because you're already there and you're a premium brand in the market, and you've built everything from scratch and you know it very well. So if you have to give those elements here.
So first, when you're telling your parents, you tell them that, okay, I'm not making any investment. Give me 1 year to prove myself. Give me 2 years actually. 1 year, I'll just build my whole thing, build my portfolio, build my network, because it's about networking as well.
Yeah.
The bigger network you have of wedding photography companies, and the more you've worked with them, the better it is, because then you have bigger pool.
Yeah.
Right? More people will ask for you. So now that's the second thing. Don't start late, because our work requires a lot of running around. So you want to earn 20-30 years of your life instead of earning 10 years and then retiring.
Okay.
Right? Because wedding photography means a lot of running around, right? So I would say start as early as you can. Number one, don't buy anything, rent out. Rent out things. May buy a basic camera for your own practice, but rent out things for your professional shoots. A beginner freelancer can earn 5 to 7K. 5,000 per day is a basic guy.
Okay.
Who can earn, I'm talking about a basic guy. Like a light man can earn about 1,000 rupees per day.
Okay.
Right? So a guy who holds the light. Again, these numbers can vary.
Yeah.
For example, a light guy who talks really well who's a team player, who does a lot more work, can charge more.
Yeah.
All right. So again, it's a demand. Even we pay a lot to our light guys also.
How much a person should increase the price? Like, how do you really value it? Because you also don't want to break, there's a certain thing that even if I will do the same thing, first thing I'll have in my mind that aisa na ho ye bhi chala jaye. So what is the smart thing that you would do and draw a line to?
Yeah, so first you need to understand what is the average rate of a freelancer going on in the market. For example, in different cities has different rate.
Yeah.
Delhi will have one rate, Mumbai will have one rate,
Okay.
Pune will have one rate, and
Which is
Bangalore.
the highest?
Delhi is unfortunately for its
Even more than Bombay?
yeah, they're quite Bombay is also very high actually.
Yeah.
Bombay freelancers charge a lot. Delhi freelancers charge a lot.
So Delhi people are spending a lot more on weddings, is it?
Delhi people are spending more. The market, the pie is bigger in Delhi.
Okay.
In terms of weddings in general, Bombay people also. But as a freelancer, I feel Delhi is a good place to be for weddings.
And if Delhi, what would be the second place if they're not from Delhi?
Bombay. Bombay is a good place to, but the moment you go maybe tier 2, then the price substantially is different.
Okay.
So a lot of people, what they do, like a lot of people from Ludhiana actually, all Jalandhar or say for example Punjab, in Jaipur also,
Yeah.
they work with Delhi teams.
No, specifically when you mention that when there is a increased demand, we increase the price. So you want to be sensible also, right?
So you don't.
Any tip that you can
So don't increase the price by 50%.
Uh-huh.
That's one tip. Go slow. So for example, if you're charging 7K, make it 8. Save the user also is able to take it. If for example someone comes to me and I feel that I can pay him 8K easily, then I'll just say yes. But next time when he comes and says, okay, Laksh, from now on I'm charging 10K, then I'll tell him, okay, let me get back to you. Or he automatically feel that I'm not booking him anymore, because now now I feel someone is adding more value add, because we also have to budget our shoots. But this is something that some of our shoot directors are also charging 20K, 25K, 50K also. There's no end to it.
So, say because you're running a premium wedding brand right now, what is that one thing that you see in a guy and you'll say that, oh, I'm ready to pay him more than you would pay to your usual freelancer?
See, when we are working with extremely expensive shooters, we are working with the most expensive in the industry because
right. So what is that thing, the like a character of this?
So the rates I'm talking, we are honestly paying like a crazy amount to our team members.
So do you want to mention?
Not right now, right? Okay. So basically we are paying higher because we're taking a lot from the client as well, and we want to deliver them the right value, and then we know that they can talk well, they can shoot well, they can interact with the client. They'll be well dressed, they'll be sharp at the wedding. They'll be very professional. There's not even one day they'll be late for the event. They are flexible. They'll shoot till the end. They will not sulk at any point. If you have a bad day, so there'll be someone who will help each other out. There are a lot of factors that makes that perfect person whom we want to get on board, right? And we don't hunt out too much because we have a team with us, which is the same team since 10 years.
Okay.
So same team shooting since 10 years, obviously.
Same team
Practically. So a lot of times, obviously there'll be plus.
So with time, they must have updated their own skills and the way they dress, for example.
And now there's a cohesiveness in the whole thing. Even the freelancers who are empaneled, they have been our freelancers since 8 years, 10 years.
And I remember on a first call only, I think you mentioned that you like hiring younger people. Because they bring new energy because, we are in our 30s, right?
Yeah. So our younger people have also entered 30s now.
Okay.
But
Maybe not aged.
So unfortunately, our younger team members is also early. But that gets them maturity. That because wedding is a serious business.
So what was that perspective when you say that you want to bring younger people on the team? Because I am also building my team.
Okay, so what happens when the guy who was 22 when I hired, he's become 30 now, for example.
Sure.
He's amazing at what he does. Okay, he's great. He knows what ShutterDown, what the client would need. But when you are working on the same thing again, you do have a structure to follow. We become more process oriented, we become more systematized in our ways. We want everything to be perfect. What happens with that is you lose your frivolousness and that.
Any guy who's 25-year-old would consider when they start their careers. These are very good elements, and they'll take care in mind that these are the virtues that an entrepreneur looks for, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So let's break it down when we talk about talent and network or connections. What do you think if this kid has to start? What should be the ideal percentage of each? Or it's just only about talent, or
Honestly,
either?
it's 80% talent, 20% network.
Okay.
I know, okay, network is your net worth. That's what my dean used to say. I love that line.
Yeah.
But I still feel that because of your talent,
Mm-hmm.
you will get hired eventually. Because when we look at, okay, how will I, if someone is great with his networking skills,
Yeah.
but I don't like his work, how will I hire him? Right?
Yeah.
If someone says that, please look at my portfolio, he talks so well, but I don't like his pictures. How will I hire him? So you need to first draw me towards you or draw any other company towards you.
Yeah.
So for that, your work needs to speak.
So ShutterDown is a premium platform today. What really makes it premium? Will you be able to guide us if someone has to add that premium element? Because I've seen you've covered a lot of influential people and you've covered their weddings, which means almost one of the biggest day for them, like it's the big day. So if you have to guide someone, how do they add that premiumness to their brand?
Okay. So if you're shooting every wedding diligently, if out of say 10 weddings you shoot in a year, if you're doing 10 on 10 amazingly, you don't know who their friends are who are going to get you on board and might change your career.
Okay.
Right? Who don't know, you don't know.
Yeah.
Right. So people say it's luck, but I feel it's 10% luck that you end up shooting, but that only happens with consistency.
Tell me, did you have any particular incident that you felt that, oh, this person is attending the wedding now? It'll be interesting to know.
Oh yeah. Okay. So how?
You spotted a celebrity, or you thought, oh, this was totally unexpected.
Okay. So the first bride's best friend was Sheetal Thakur. The second bride's best friend was best friend was Vikrant Messi. So the Sheetal and Vikrant Messi both got only one reference of ShutterDown, and they're like, we don't have to look at any other person. So they just got us on board. It's as simple as that.
Oh, and they both are married.
They are married. Vikrant Messi got married to Sheetal Thakur. So Sheetal got reference from a friend.
Yeah.
Vikrant got a reference from another friend. If imagine you and your husband get the same reference of the same guy, you're like, I just want to go for him. There's no other way of going for someone else. So moral of the story is that you do whatever networking you want to do till the time your work is because this is pure consistency, right?
Yeah.
So had we not done good for either of the friends, one would have said, no, don't get ShutterDown on board. This screwed up my wedding.
So you shot, you were featured on Netflix,
Yes.
The Big Day, right?
Yes.
Was it a strategy or it was just luck?
Again, consistency. Just me. It was just
So it happened by luck, but also...
Yeah, it was so basically okay. So it was actually mix of both. I'll tell you. Condé Nast, the one which was managing this, approached a few photographers, and they approached you purely because they wanted some credible photographers to work with. So we were one of them. They said, okay, Lakshya, we're looking for, this is the show that we're doing. Do you have a bride who will fit in this whole thing? I just knew that this bride Pallavi, she was just the right bride. She was out there. She was an amazing person to work with. And I told Pallavi that you want to do this. Pallavi was such an amazing person. Usually, brides will go crazy about this. She was like, Laksh, are you okay with this? I'm like, yeah, whatever you like. Because for her, the show didn't matter. For 90% people, it will matter. But for her, it's a big deal. You're coming on Netflix. You are an actor. You are an actor on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
But she was such an amazing person. And that's when I realized wedding photography is such an important element. The first thing she said, Laksh, are you okay if another team is also shooting and if you're shooting for Netflix, is it? Because for me, Netflix doesn't matter. It's my wedding photos.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. I just want if the wedding photos and film will be fine. So from our team, we added a few more team members. We told the partners guys that we'll only shoot the entire thing and we'll give you footage and we'll do everything.
Okay.
And for that, there's the entire team thing there. So we changed we shot the whole thing, and every time Pallavi's only concern was not how Netflix thing is going on. I hope you didn't face any problem or you're not facing any problem. That's my only concern. And that's when you see that, wow, this is wedding photos are so important to people. And wedding films or photos, yeah.
You gave your clip later on, or you shot for Netflix?
We shot for Netflix.
For Netflix.
So basically Netflix told us, what they need, and then we shot.
The wedding again happened, or it was supposed to happen? Oh, it was supposed to
Has
happen.
to have.
Ah,
It's a wedding where we're
Okay.
shooting up. It's okay.
Got it.
It's a wedding where we shoot a wedding film, but apart from just making our film, we're shooting it for Netflix as well.
Right.
Right. So there's certain things, certain BTSs which we had to shoot. Obviously, they had their own thing as well because they had to build a story. So they
Okay.
did their own interview. They did their own footage. We did the stringer footage that they wanted to show the bride entering. They used our footage for that. But the whole thing was a happy coincidence.
So, Lakshay, I know you mentioned that consistency is very important when you want to bring premiumness, okay? And you mentioned that good work is important.
Yes.
Will you be able to break down it to me? What is good work? Because I'm not in the industry and I wouldn't know
Okay.
exactly what is good work.
Okay, so the good work will be divided into three parts. One, is it good for the client? Okay, if the bride is happy or not. Number one, that is good work.
Yeah.
Number two, good work is if the family is happy or not.
Yeah.
Okay. Number three, good work is it Insta worthy or not? Like
Okay.
if it's doing great on Insta, it's something like.
And you mentioned that the timeline is also getting shorter, right?
Yeah,
Then
so
you take-
yes, the timelines are eventually will get shorter.
Yeah.
Now, for videos, maybe not.
Okay.
Maybe not for the videos because video editing is, and then the AIs are not too robust to do. And plus, we're collecting 3-4 TB data every wedding.
So I'm going to definitely touch base on AI. But again, I'll go back to timelines. So this, any person who's starting their career also has to be upgraded so that they are able to meet the, new updates then.
Yeah. You need to be updated because with software is evolving. They make the workflow even better and smoother.
Okay.
Number one, there are new features that will do things which you were not able to do before.
Okay.
Right. For example, in Photoshop, there's something called generative fill or
Yeah.
right. All of us know about it. It's magic. And, so for example, if a lot of times we give the subject the light very closely. Say, for example, if I'm the light man, you're the bride, I'll be very close to you and give the light. पहले हमें वो manually निकालना पड़ता था. Now you just do generative fill. It'll just remove that light man completely.
Okay.
And fill the background.
So you've been talking about AI a lot, and I know a lot of entrepreneurs who come here talk about AI, and everybody has a different perspective. Some people don't want to even touch that because they enjoy the way they're doing it.
Okay.
And a lot of people are also threatened by AI. So do you think AI will give photography jobs in future?
Not really. At least, so again, future means what? So I take
5 years?
5 years at a time.
Yeah.
Not really. See, it'll help you. So now you need to see how AI. See, when there's an opportunity, when world throws lemon with you, lemonade thing. It's the same thing, dude. AI is solving so many things for us. It's solving so many things which were not solved. It's like, for example, if random uncle is behind and he's kind of there in the frame, very tough to edit. It take time for us to mask that guy and then edit him out. Now it's like a 2-minute job.
So 1 hour versus 2 minutes, is it?
Easy.
Yeah.
For something 1 hour versus 2 minutes. Yeah, easy.
So the 20-year-old Lakshay, when he started, he was a creative guy, okay?
I'm still a creative guy.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're a creative guy. And it is a common belief that a creative person can't be a leader or can't be a great entrepreneur in managing business. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, I also was very bad at doing the business work. Okay.
Yeah.
It started off like a passion which became a career. But at the same time, I realized that I can make it big if I structure myself.
Okay.
Right. So, dude, first year, I didn't even know how to file taxes.
Yeah.
So,
It's a very common thing, honestly.
I don't know. I did that mistake. I didn't know how to file taxes. What does accounting means? We didn't even know how much money I was earning the first 2-3 years. Was I even earning, or was I just spending everything?
Yeah.
So obviously first 2-3 years, because you're so keen on the fun part of shooting, editing. Let's get more work. Let's get some great stuff on Instagram or at that time Facebook. What can we do differently? Your mind is purely towards the creative and the more fun part for us. Nobody gives a damn about your accounts and your finances. And even if it's worth doing what you're doing, right? I think it'll happen with age. It'll happen with age. when you start realizing that processes will make things better, and eventually everything will be a process. So now what we've done, we made processes and SOPs for things, but give a good wiggle room for creativity to exist or to thrive, for that matter. Because if you make it too restrictive, then you stop growing. So I think if I have to suggest someone, a 20-year-old Laksh will be as creative as you want to. Go out with whatever you're doing. Do have a CA in place. Okay. Do have a CA in place to tell you what to do. There needs to be someone to guide you. In my case, my mother is very strong with accounts. Okay, because we had a family business of batteries, and she used to manage all the finances and accounts along with my dad, and she was very good with tally and everything. So I realized so it's okay to ask help from your parents. It's okay. So 2017 or 16, I realized that I have no idea where the money is going. I know I'm earning, but I can't see in my bank. So till 2016 or 17.
Trust me, it's a very, very common thing. I've seen that a lot of people are great. Like, say, I'm also a creative person. So I do clothing, and I also I suck at it, honestly.
Yeah,
The accounts part. And I also feel that taking help and bringing a network, that's how you be a successful entrepreneur.
Right. So,
but you know how to get it done.
Exactly. So find your friend, find your parent, find your sister, brother who's good at this.
You have a mom, I have a husband. Exactly same.
Exactly same.
Character.
So you need that person who will streamline things, who will optimize things, who will make sure that you are earning
Things in right?
Make sure you will make sure that you are earning, not just working hard.
Yeah. एक तो EQ वाला भी part, I really felt that is this very important, crucial for someone who's
in weddings?
Yeah.
Yes, I feel yes.
EQ?
Absolutely, because empathy is so important.
Yeah.
You will lose your patience so much during a wedding. Oh my God, it's not crazy. It's insane, because parents are anxious, bride is anxious, groom is anxious. Sometimes everybody is anxious around you. If you are someone who can breeze through the whole thing, talk it out, or you actually, because sometimes you don't have time to take shots.
Yeah.
Dad will be like, okay, we need to go. The groom is at the door. He's not to enter. What are you doing? And then you have to talk them on that. Okay, at that time used to be uncle. That will go down the memory lane. That's the only thing you're taking back from the wedding.
So how do you guide your team to have, it's a very natural instinct, but at the same time, say, I've seen this in India that men can't, I shouldn't stereotype this, but
they don't express.
So it is a thing that, they can't show empathy. So how do you manage a team where all these male members you have, how do you tell them that you have to express empathy in certain areas?
See, obviously they learn with the flow as well. They learn that they see the dynamics of weddings. Everybody has their own strength.
Yeah.
So there are some people who cannot express themselves, but they're great shooters.
Yeah.
So you have
that happens quite a lot.
Right. So when we make a team, we have everyone, person who's a talker. There's one person who's a great shooter who will get in stressful situations, get their shots. Someone who, so basically you mix your team in a way that you have one person who talks things out smoothly and one person who ensures that things are captured even if we are in a harsher situation. So it's a mix of team that you want, a team of super experienced people also who will ensure that all the shots that the family will need are done. At the same time, as I mentioned, young, old, everyone, talker, non-talker, introvert, people, my clients love my introvert team members so much. It's crazy how, you don't realize things, right? But that introvert guy will also have high EQ, and that's when your recruitment works. That's a pure play recruitment. So I have a simple recruiting philosophy. For me, your work is important, but not as important as your personality. If you're a good human being, if you're a good person, if I can be friends with you, then only you're a part of my team. If I don't treat you as a friend, because when as a team, when we go on our team trip,
you live together like a family, right?
I end up spending more time with my team than my wife during season time. So that is your family. So if a team of 10 is going to say Udaipur, that team of 10 is a family for 5 days or 4 days. And sometimes the same team is shooting wedding back to back, back to back, back to back. So that team is literally helping each other out. They're getting pissed off at each other as well because see, when you're sleep deprived for 5 hours or 4 hours, you slept, or 3 hours you slept, you're shooting another wedding in the morning. But guess what? The family's wedding is starting. They're excited. So no matter how sleepy you are, you still have to be excited. And that's when your EQ comes in play. That I cannot be like, oh, sorry, yaar, I will start shooting a wedding in a bit. Or I will add a bride will not accept any excuses. She wants, or the family wants you to be at your A game because it's their biggest day of their lives, right? And then all your talent, skill goes for a toss. Only thing that plays around is how you start empathizing, because only when you empathize that, oh my god, they're so excited, I can't be sleeping. Right? I can't. It's not justified if I am tired on their important day where they're so excited.
Right.
You know, the moment you'll enter, like, okay, Lakshya, let's do interview. Mom, ko karte ye karte. Can we do our first shots? Are we doing this? Are we doing that? Oh, this is, and they start talking. And if you're like, oh yeah, oh sorry, and just get the energy down, right? So from that, so energy is so important. EQ is so important. The overall persona, personality. Along with that, being a great photographer or filmmaker. So it's a mixture of the whole thing. But yeah, EQ is so important. You need to empathize with your clients, with your team members, and everyone.
Is there one thing, Lakshya, in your life, for example, say Lakshya starts photography again in 2025, wedding photography, okay? Is this something that you'll do differently today? Just one key element that you might not have mentioned so far?
If I have to do things differently, see, when I started, there was nothing. There was nothing called wedding photography. Right now, it's a proper career. It's a proper career choice. You have a lot of options. Clients has a lot of options. It's definitely tougher to start right now. I would not say that now it's easier. It's easier to learn right now, tougher to start. Let's make it that way. That time, it was easy to start, but tougher to learn. Because there were no resources. Right now, everybody's doing it, right? So now, I think the only way to go, the best way to go about it is, again, learn and start learning. Get your first family to shoot weddings. Sab kuch karo unke saath. Get as much work as possible and be omnipresent. Be on all the platforms like Wed Me Good, Wedding Sutra. Be more visible, because the more you're visible, then only people start recognizing you. At the same time, do a great job.
So one thing that you would do different today.
What I would do different today? What would I do differently today?
Take your time.
I would learn faster, number one, because I think I took a long time to learn things. Because see, clients didn't have any benchmark at that time. Right now, benchmark is all over the place. So I took my time to learn. As I mentioned, I didn't know how to use Flash for 2 years. That's why I would learn very quickly things. I have resources, so I will emphasize a lot on learning as well. I did go for workshops back then, but they were spread out in a few years. I would again get to some workshops, attend some workshops, learn about wedding photography more. At that time, I started solo. I didn't do any freelance work. I just straight away started working. Started shooting, getting my own projects, and started doing things. Right now, I would instead of doing, I would join a company and start, because that makes your learning delta very high. Suddenly you start learning way more than what you would do if you're doing by yourself. Right. So I would join a company, and then I would learn. I would see, it's like how you want to learn. Do you want to be on YouTube and learn, or be on the field and learn? I would definitely be on the field again. If any company can get me full time, that'll be amazing. That's very tough in today's time to get a full time slot in a company. Yes, it is tough. It is tough to get a full time slot in a company if you're a fresher. Yeah, because see, the thing is, again, it's weddings. So I will not hire anyone with zero experience. It will be a very unique case if I hire someone, or if I find that person's personality very apt.
Got it. Okay, there are a couple of things that I want to ask you. So what is that one thing in photography that no one teaches you, and you can actually guide us on that you feel is really missing out when it comes to educating about photography?
How to get your shots in very less time. That is something, because we see um, such great shots on the gram and everything, but the time you get is very less. Sometimes you get time, sometimes you don't get time.
Yeah.
How do you take amazing shots in very amazing and a lot of shots? Sometimes we get 5 minutes. 5 minutes for doing the entire session of what you had planned for 45 minutes.
Right.
So I think efficiency is the key. Like, can you quickly do 10 different poses or 10 different situations or 10 different shots in 5 minutes? Can you do that? So that is one thing which is not out there, but it is so important to be prepared for that situation.
Yeah.
Because we have to be super quick. Like, cut, done. And because there will be people standing waiting for the couple, because it's okay. Indian weddings run late.
Yeah.
That's our known fact.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody knows. For you, that sunset shot during a bridal entry is more important or as important as a portrait.
Yeah.
You literally know that we have 5 minutes, and after that, the sun will start setting. The bath is about to reach. In that situation, how will you do her portraits very quickly? And guess what? You don't have the portraits. You want to shoot the family portraits as well. You want to do her first look with the bridesmaids as well. And you have 5 minutes. How do you manage anything in 5 minutes? And how do you let emotional...
So you have a SOP for that? For your
you can't have an SOP. Because it's all on the go, because every wedding becomes so different.
Yeah.
Every bride's expectations are so different.
But you would also have certain steps, right? Like, say, for example, I'm a layman, but I'm just starting, okay? Say you tell the bride, in 5 minutes I have to take shots. So how to stand?
Yes. So obviously there are.
Do you have such things?
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
for example, if I have 5 minutes,
Yeah.
we have something called 50 shots.
Right.
Let's get all the 50 shots done, so that in the whole thing, even if you don't have a kick-ass shot,
Yeah.
which will be like, oh wow, this is amazing, but they have like a full length of their outfit.
Yeah.
You know, and there are some details that, for example, if she has some say for example, she has the grandparents' pictures on her kaliras.
Yeah.
You want to quickly identify the details, quickly take them, get in the bride. It's like, so the thing is that you need to, while she's getting ready, the panic is going on, you need to decide quickly what 8 shots you're going to take, how quickly, and where you're going to place everyone, so that it does look something. We've done bridesmaid shots which look like it's planned for like half an hour, but they were done in 2 to 3 minutes. So, you know, or the bride solos or anything. So I think pre-planning those shots, when you know things are running late, you're not needed here, you go out, take a breather, figure out what you want to do, cut, you do that, and end of the game, you just take them for bridal entry. And this is one aspect. There are multiple aspects to this, what all can be done. But I think one thing that is not taught or not seen is how quickly and efficiently can you do all the things, make your client happy, get great shots for yourself as well. And it's a win-win situation that can only happen if you're super efficient with what you're doing.
So do you also cut down, like, for example, when you, as a leader, gets a download from a client that, you know, this is the wedding like. So do you also, how do you download that? There is a storyline that you tell them? Are there any reference pictures? How it's that? Do you have a mood board or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have a questionnaire in this, like
Okay.
a detailed 18-pager questionnaire we send to all our couples. So they need to fill it up. Once they fill it up, we actually know what we want to do. It's as simple as that, because it is the vibe that they'll have.
Okay.
For example, somebody will want, because you need to mention what kind of wedding it is, what kind of expectations are. Some brides would want, some couples would want something really fun, really out there. Somebody will be like, no, it's a very intimate wedding. We want the video to be very cozy and very nice. Some people will be like, okay, you know, I'm getting married in a palace. It has to look it has to look larger than life.
Do you want to reflect on any of the
Questions
that you feel is pretty unique in its own self?
For example, we send them 30 photos. We tell them what shots you're loving in this and what shots you're not liking in this.
Okay.
So उससे हमें समझ आता है कि whether it's a demure bride or an outgoing bride, or you know, is she like, so there's one bride who's very editorial, very fashion like, or some people will hate those shots. So we'll also put those blurry shots, the front flash shots. You know how the some of the brides will like you know, more bright looking shots with dreamy shots of her walking down the aisle. Some brides will like super high contrast black and whites and blurry shots where the shutter is slow.
So you think this questionnaire can also help somebody who's starting up? They can almost questionnaire.
Yeah, they can, but I think first you need to understand what questions to ask.
Yeah.
It's very important. So instead of just filling out a questionnaire, because the questionnaire has evolved over a period of time as well. We used to ask certain questions which we stopped asking. We are asking questions which we never used to ask.
Okay.
So in that question, why that question is important? Because, for example, if we had a meeting before the wedding, after 2 weeks, I'll forget what we had, like what vibe you had. But the questionnaire just makes it like, when I read that question, I'll remember my meeting with you and then what all expectations you had, and just flashback will come. And then everybody in the team will also have the same questionnaire, right? So they will also read the same questionnaire. They'll also know that what we want to do. Then when we're doing a quick team meeting on how we need to shoot it, we know exactly. The entire team knows. That's why I like working with very specific people, my in-house team and a certain set of freelancers, only because they know exactly what we would want, or how your shooting style will change completely based on the questionnaire.
Any other hack that you want to tell? For example, you as a photographer always have something in your bag that sort of
Munchies.
okay.
Because in weddings you feel hungry. Because see, the thing is, okay.
I always assumed it's maybe going to be like an extra mic or something.
See, we have a production team set, so we have extra batteries and all. Munchies I keep so that, because sometimes you forget to eat meals.
You're going to be our friend, honestly.
Yeah.
Because of the munchies, you're going to be a friend.
Oh, yeah. So, and you know what? Okay, this is a cute thing. One groom told me that, listen, my bride, whenever she panics, just give her a chocolate.
Okay.
So I kept a lot of dairy milks.
Yeah.
So whenever she was like, oh my God, it's my very milk, dairy milk. Just like.
It is really what? Yeah. Okay. So, after all, we all are humans, right?
Yeah, all of us. But okay, jokes apart, what all things will...
like some hack or something that kind of very frugal, but it works very well.
If you want something frugal...
Could be anything. So
I have something very frugal that we do.
Let's talk about that.
There are a lot of plus equipments that we have.
Yeah.
Like tripod ho gaye, 2-3 ऐसे बड़े tripod हो गए. Then you have sound equipments, then you have light equipments. You have so many equipments. And वो हर एक बंदे अपने equipment लेकर जाते हैं ना, तो बहुत सारा सामान हो जाता है. हमने क्या किया कि हमने American Tourister का सबसे बड़ा वाला suitcase लिया.
Yeah.
And now what we did, whatever is fitting in that one. So we have tripods measured to that. So if we're getting a fancy tripod but it goes beyond that size, we don't take it. And invest those things which fit in that suitcase.
Yeah.
Literal suitcase.
Yeah.
So
nice.
There are a lot of
so it doesn't barge with your output?
As in?
I mean, say there was a certain tripod that you...
Oh, okay. For example.
So it doesn't affect your output.
Then you buy things which can fit in the suitcase. So you buy more expensive things, basically, right?
So one last thing I'll ask you, as I think I mentioned earlier too, for example, I have successful people around and my vision becomes greater because I feel, oh, this is achievable.
Yes.
And it was not the same 10 years ago. Yes. So now, say you are also a certain stage where you've seen in and outs of the industry. You know the numbers, you know how the industry really works. Will you be able to give me some shocking revelations about the kind of numbers one can earn?
Okay, so let's do a real math.
Yeah.
I'll do a real calculation. Standard freelancer will be somewhere around 10,000 rupees. I'm saying just the person who's decent. Okay. A better one will be 12, 13, 15. That's the range. But if you're decent enough, 10K with your own kit.
Yeah.
With your own kit. 10K is a number that you can easily up. It's an acceptable number in the industry. Maybe more, maybe less. But this is somewhere you will start your career. We might not get you on board. Just kidding. Okay, but you can, at least a basic guy can start his career. Maybe work for a smaller company,
and how far can this freelancer go? Say 2 years, and he's a great.
So if someone is starting,
the number that he can actually achieve,
So if you don't even have your kit, let's do a real math. In 1 year, if you're good, you can shoot about 60 to 70 days in a year easily, or 80, 90, 80 days. 60 days is easy you can shoot. So let's multiply that. So 2,000 profit or 3,000 profit. I'm talking without zero investment.
Yeah.
Just purely your skill. And if you're decent enough, I'm saying decent. I'm not saying kick-ass.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying decent. So just multiply that number. So 3,000 multiplied by 60, that's like 6 lakh per year. So 50,000 a month ka, mota, you can earn just with 1 year of experience.
Yeah.
This is a rough number you can earn in this industry. Upper limit, there's no upper limit.
How a freelancer can do well, can make it to 30 lakhs a year if he's killing it, okay?
Yeah.
And it may take 1 year, right? To reach there?
So 30 lakhs, no, it will take more time.
More time?
Yeah, it'll take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. Like, it depends on how fast you are.
Yeah, yeah.
But 30 lakhs is a big amount, man. Come on, in India, it's a pretty big figure. Without a formal education in that thing, purely based on your skill, 30 lakhs is a big amount in India at today's time. So that will take some time.
Sometime,
Yeah,
right.
but initial, also your initial will not be low. That's your initial can be 6 lakhs for a year or 5 lakhs for a year in 1 or 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 30 lakhs will take some time. That is that is
And if they start with a company of their own,
yes.
how can they make the first 1 lakh? Like, how long will it take for them to?
It can take a few months also.
Few months also. Because there are fixed costs. That's why.
Because it can take. See,
Is the risk worth taking? If a guy thinks that, okay, 1 year, I have money for 1 year, okay, I can just.
yeah. So the simple rule is that in your bank you need to have 4x your fixed costs.
Yeah.
So your fixed cost is 1 lakh, you need to have 4x. So that means because there will be an off season where you will have very low cash flows,
Yeah.
so you will be prepared for that. So if your fixed cost is 1 lakh, you need to have at least 4 lakhs in your bank. That's when you'll be in a comfortable to run a company. And I would say run a so first you do, so if you're doing a a life cycle of how it should go, start freelancing, join a company. If you join a company, obviously it's not ethically right to look for work outside. But if you're doing a freelance, then you're more free. Then you maybe start exploring the entrepreneurship option where you take 1 or 2 projects in a year. See if you're liking it or not. Number one, that is very important, because see, always running after money is not a good idea. Running behind money, because entrepreneurship also comes with a lot of responsibilities. If you're okay taking that responsibility, then go ahead. Okay. Then you go ahead, take 1 or 2 projects, see if you're able to deliver, you're doing justice to your client. Then you start making freelance reduce the number of freelancing projects you're taking, take more of your own projects. And eventually, if you feel that you're doing good, then completely stop taking freelance projects.
Okay.
If you think that if you're getting 10 weddings also, then do justice to those 10 weddings that you're shooting when you have your own projects. But 10 weddings in a year is something you should target.
Okay.
But do amazing job in this, so 10 or obviously then you want to take more. It is no limit to taking, because some people can delegate very well, so maybe they can take many more projects, right? So then there's no limit, then you can do.
Can I ask a personal question?
Oh yeah.
So you have a 3-year-old daughter?
1.5.
1.5-year-old. Wow. Okay. So how do you manage your personal life and such a demanding work? So one thing that really helped you balance both the sides.
I've always liked my life like this. I like that thrill for like 7-8 months, and I like that completely calm, where you can travel to anything for 4 months.
Okay.
It is that life which I've always had. When I was getting married to Niharika, I told her that I'm not available for 6 months at all.
Yeah.
So you'll be like literally alone. So it was convincing her, and she was okay with this setting. And then so I'm also okay with this whole setting, that I'll miss out on a lot of new learnings.
Right.
When she started,
Milestones.
so like milestones you miss out. You have to be okay about it. But then for us, the great thing that we have right now, I have like full day with my daughter. For 3 months, I'll have full day with my daughter. I can go on multiple trips. Imagine so then you have to actually explain yourself that, okay, this is your career. Your downside is that of months and months, you not end up meeting your daughter and your wife. But those 3 months or 4 months or 5 months, you are with them throughout. You can chill with them. You can go on holidays. I went on 1 holiday to Japan, then we went to Hong Kong. I'm going to Maldives next month. So I had 1 holiday with my wife alone. one holiday with my daughter and my wife and family holiday, and now I'm having one more holiday just by myself because I want to do a scuba, like do an advanced scuba course. So who gets to do this, right? So obviously the downside is you miss out on a lot. You don't miss out on a lot of myself, but you get time with your wife, get time with your baby, you get time for yourself in those 5 months or 4 months that you have. So it's a trade-off. If you're happy with this trade-off, then it's amazing. I love this trade-off. Like I'm okay to stop my life completely and just work for 8 months, and then 4 months you just if you're constantly doing it now, you will never have that.
So these are like complete shutdown periods?
Sometimes one full month we have no weddings.
So what do the people do? I mean, this is not going to...
Yeah, you can put it. It's okay. See, okay.
What do people do behind when there is no work space? Do they come to office?
So obviously, yeah. Okay, so when in our company, we have some people who are all shooters, contracted shooters, who just shoot, don't edit. So they chill. They don't have to come to office anyway.
Yeah.
They have to just shoot. Come on, shoot, but they're contractual shooters. That means they just shoot with us, and they can't shoot weddings with anyone else. Fashion.
And it's a yearly contract, right?
Or yearly contract. And the thing is that it's like a job only. It's just that you're doing weddings only with us. Period.
No, the idea was to ask that they're getting a monthly salary, right?
They're getting per shoot.
Per shoot. Okay.
And in a year, they have enough to
sustain
sufficient. They know that if they're working shutdown, there's a number that they can expect. Because we're also doing this since a long time.
Okay.
Right. Then there are shooters who also come and edit. All right.
Okay.
And there's some pure editors who are just editing, and there's a management team.
Yeah.
So the editors have to come every day. In off season also, there's a lot of work. So for example, our full films take a long time. Like it literally takes 4 months to 5 months to deliver. So if your season goes on till April or May, June, July, August, September, till September they're editing.
Yeah.
So the full season is so video editors don't have time. So literally they get few weeks in October free. That's about it. And then their next cycle starts. For photo editors, they do. I can see them getting free now. In June, in July end, on the first week of August, they also do get free. So they have August, September, October, which they're free. But in that case, what we do, this is the time when we actually end up closing all the projects. People don't end up selecting for the albums, right? So we push them, send albums. So all the album printing and everything. So they are busy in this sense because when you get married, how much time did you take to get your wedding album?
I doubt I even have it now.
Exactly.
I was actually questioning myself, where is my album? I don't think I have it.
Yeah, so a lot of people forget or they don't, right? So so we remind them that this time, hey guys, guess what? We are free for you completely. So, so all the older clients, 2020, 2019, जिसका भी हमारे dashboard में open है, वो हम close करने की कोशिश करते हैं. So obviously when so I've seen this thing, people forget their album, 5th anniversary, they'll remember. So we actually tell them, hey guys, guess what? It's the 5th anniversary.
You know what? I just had my 5th anniversary.
So we actually have that guys, guess what? It's your 5th anniversary, get your album. Like, your album is pending from our end. So why don't you, or then what we do, they're also done. They're also done with their marriage, they have a baby and everything. Like, okay, Laksh, your team, let them select. I'll approve without showing me. So at least we put our brains, we make that. So this is a time when we do all this pending work which has been piled up, not because we've not completed our work, but because the client got busy with the line. As simple as that. Yeah. So this is when the photo editors do. Video editors do, have already a lot of work. We don't actually get time to do something, and then a lot of R&D. So this is the most fun time for us because this is when we do R&D for our upcoming season, that what all interest. If we want to rework on the edits that we're doing. So we sit down, we do a lot of different kind of edits in photos and in videos. We see what all inspiration, what kind of work do we do now. We started exploring a lot of editorial work for our weddings.
Yeah.
Like we try to take a lot of different genres of photography and put in weddings. So this year we're trying a lot of editorial work in our weddings. So we're training ourselves, training the editors, training the video editors, like plan to. Right now we're just finishing off old work, but eventually in August, September, that's our plan. So we have a lot of internal workshops at this time.
Okay.
When we do a lot of workshops internally, when we try to up our skills or and make our work look better and better, or at least stay ahead of time. That's the whole idea. So it's a good fun 2 months where you're doing, things which I want to do.
Yeah.
Always, and you're getting paid also for that. And then October, the moment Diwali happens, then whatever you have experienced, explored things, then your life is just work for 8 months, 9 months. Then you're just doing weddings, nothing else.
Okay. I'm genuinely very curious to know this thing.
Okay.
That how much a premium wedding photographer or a brand or a company can make in a year, roughly.
It will range. A premium wedding photography company, their revenues can range anywhere between 4 CR to 10 CR.
Okay.
That's the range. Because again, everyone has a different. Some premium companies don't like shooting a lot. Some premium companies also charge a lot and shoot a lot. So I think the range is 4 CR to 10 CR, or maybe more than 10 CR also. I'm talking about the top line. I don't know how much would be the profitability, but that's the range that they can easily expect. Like, for someone who's charging well and doing decent number of weddings.
And what should be the profitability of this?
Changes.
It changes?
Changes.
But minimum, there's no percentage.
No, not really. I can't.
So like in clothing, we say usually there is a percentage. Like
So
say
again, changes
10%.
substantially because how many editors per wedding you have? Also, how many weddings does an editor do? Other way down.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. So some people have. So for example, if you're doing precision work with every single wedding, then you have one editor doing just 2 weddings or 3 weddings a year. If you're doing a little more mass work, mass in the sense that not mass work, if you're structured it more, you're still doing great job.
Yeah.
Then your profitability improves. So profit percentages can range anywhere between 20% to 50%.
And it depends on the team. It depends on the number of weddings you're doing, right?
See, again, its setups are very different here.
Yeah.
Like, it can be just a husband and wife shooting 20 weddings a year, charging a lot per wedding, and doing all the editing by themselves, maybe with 1 or 2 editors.
Okay.
Yeah, because 10 weddings you can pull off yourself by editing also. So for them, profitability might just go like crazy.
Okay.
Right. For someone who has a big team, everything profitability might reduce substantially. It's a lot about how much you want to delegate, how much you want to do yourself. Because this is a thing where even if you do 15, 20 weddings, and for example, if someone is charging 20 lakhs for a wedding, you do 20 weddings, you are earning 4 CR.
Yeah.
Just like that. If someone can do 100 weddings, charge 3 lakhs per wedding, still earning 3 CR, but with a much higher costing.
And have you ever made a plan on how to scale this up? For example, is it not a certain X number?
Unfortunate news for everyone, it's not a scalable business. You have to understand weddings are something which are very personalized. Wedding photographer is something which is bride chooses that wedding photographer herself. So if I'm not going and my team member is going, dude, they not talk to that team member, see that bond is building or not, and then they go ahead with my shoot director. Okay, so now the thing is, when it's so personalized, because for everybody, wedding pictures are very important, and they just can't hire anyone. So they want to make friends with the photographer. They want to talk to them. They want to see if they're on the same page, if the kind of aesthetics that you want, if the guy doing the same thing, with your shoot director who's going to lead the team, are you gelling along with that guy? So now in this case, either I have 30 shoot directors and all of them at the same page and doing like 30 weddings a day, because you can scale more by doing more weddings in a day. But the moment you start doing more weddings in a day, you lose that boutiqueness.
Okay.
So
you mean to say a person who runs a premium wedding brand today or a wedding company can't make more than 10 CR? Is it?
Very tough.
Yeah.
Very tough to make more than 10 CR. 10 CR revenue.
Yeah, revenue.
I'm not saying profitability.
That
would be insane.
Yeah.
10 CR revenue, crossing that.
And then you said profitability would be 30%. Or
I'm taking a very general number. There might be some companies earning maybe 20 also. But they would be doing a little more, a lot of weddings, maybe like 200 weddings in a year, 250, 300 weddings in a year. A more commercial approach. So maybe, but as a boutique company, it's very tough to earn more.
There are other mediums that you'll have to to make more,
They
generate more revenue.
yeah, but again, when you say scalable, you can't do like 1,000 weddings.
Yeah.
You know, you can't have like today I'm doing I most of the companies can do a certain number of projects. You can't do more than that. And if you're doing a lot of numbers, then also you have a limit. Scalability. So what does scalability mean? Is that you have unlimited potential. Like Uber is scalable. You can go to 10 countries, do like 10, 20 cities. Over here, if I'm doing a wedding in Udaipur or say I'm doing a wedding in Goa, I can hire a photographer from Goa. I can hire a photographer from Bombay. I can hire a photographer from Delhi. It's where my comfort level lies, right? So you end up doing. So you can't open another branch in Goa. You can't open another branch in Bombay. You can do it, but
I understood the whole idea and the whole premiumness or the whole storyline will die.
yeah, exactly. You will end up making it more and more commercial.
So one needs to find alternate things like say
one is like-
education.
Okay, so
get into
for
education
example,
or
one
workshops, right?
So
To
one,
scale.
yeah, to scale, yeah, there are different ways of
Yeah.
doing it. Or you just be happy with what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
I made peace with what I'm earning. I'll be very honest.
Yeah.
Because I had this conversation with someone. I was cribbing about this when I was 28.
Okay.
Because someone said this harsh line to me that it's not scalable.
Yeah.
And I thought, how is it not scalable? Then
Yeah.
I talked to someone who was very big in this investment field. And he asked me, like, what are you earning? I told him my numbers. Like, why aren't you happy?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm happy, but it should be scalable. I'm like, he's like, dude, trust me, this is a good number to earn. It's not only about scalability, it's about profitability. Your business is good profitability.
Yeah.
So, so be happy, be satisfied with what you earn. And it's better you accept that it's not scalable at this age.
Yeah.
So right now there are two ways of scaling up that you can scale in a vertical way, that if you're charging 1 lakh a day today, maybe start charging 2 lakhs a day, maybe start charging 3 lakhs a day, 4 lakhs a day, 10 lakhs a day, however premium you want to go.
Yeah.
Whatever the client is accepting, right? So if you're doing a 3-day wedding, you can charge 3 lakhs a day also, you can charge 50 lakhs a day also. There's a huge delta in that. Now, if you're happy with that income, if you're charging a premium, then it's better to make peace.
So because when I started certain businesses, after a point in time, I realized that, oh, this is not going to scale beyond a point. And now I always have this perspective that whatever I want to start should be scalable enough. And obviously you don't know in the initial nascent stage that hoga bhi ya nahi hoga, because a lot of times you find the real truth later on. So this is why I asked you, because you already know the truth.
Yeah.
So it's and I know that you're doing a lot of workshops, but and you don't want to pursue further than that, but there are people who want to pursue further than that, can have other.
Yes. So I know people who are diversifying. So one is diversifying. That I know one wedding photographer, good friend of mine, is investing in a lot of wedding venues.
Okay.
So he's taken that corpus, putting in a lot of. So you can diversify your income, right?
Sure.
So it can be diversifying within photography. It can be diversifying outside photography. So my whole thing is my hide and soul is completely in ShutterDown, right? So I can't. It's very tough for me to diversify because I am shit at multitasking.
Yeah.
Right. So what I do, I get a wealth manager.
Great.
You get a wealth manager, tell them, listen, buddy, help me grow.
Okay.
And then you focus purely on your work, enjoy your work, get your downtime, enjoy your life. And trust me, this much money is sufficient.
Although I'm not even from the industry, but I learned so much. And,
Oh, I'm glad.
yeah. And thanks for sharing hacks. I'm still going to think about the mistake. So
Okay.
we'll
Yeah, maybe another
podcast.
session.
Yeah. And you're also coming with a podcast. Maybe we'll just see it there.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Cool. Perfect.
Perfect.
It's a wrap.